Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just wanted to give you guys a quick video on how I somewhat clean under the hood. I don't necessarily like detail or do a professional detail of the engine or anything. I actually don't even throw, or even never have thrown, any cleaner on the engine, let alone having a supercharger. So I'm not too educated on that. Now I will apply a cleaner to a microfiber towel, and I will touch up here and there and some stuff. I try not to spray directly on. I'm especially not going to spray anything directly on the supercharger. I don't think anything bad would happen, just because I'm sure it gets so hot under here that it would burn off. But I kind of do like a simple clean in a way. So like I usually clean like right around this area. I clean up on top of the hood and everything, and it kind of needs it right now, so I figured I'd just make a quick video on it. Now I just want to mention that I'm not a professional detailer, but the things that I show you, I wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction, and I wouldn't tell you to do something if I wasn't sure of it myself. I've done what I'm about to do a million times. Nothing bad has ever happened. You're talking about someone who's had 2 other chargers for a long time, practically almost my first car. I don't even think I had my first car for a year. I don't think I held an RT for a year, and I don't even think I think I held my RT for a little over a year, and my Scat Pack wasn't even a year. So I kind of just went like on a spending spree with these cars. But like I said, I wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction. So first thing you're going to want to do is obviously pop it open. All right, and what I do is I look around for rocks. And I know that sounds crazy, but I've had a rock sit like right over here one time, and the reason why I say that is, number one, don't even wipe nothing, just look for rocks. All right, and if there's no rocks, then that will explain my second step, which is gonna look nuts and sound nuts, but it's totally fine. It's totally safe. I do it all the time. All right, so you want to take, if you have one, a leaf blower, and if you don't, see, I use like this little handheld Ryobi one. It works great for the cars. So, and I usually just do a quick blow of what I see in front of me, so it gets like all the loose stuff up here, leaves, all that. Now mind you, why I say look for rocks is because it's going to blow it up that way. So you don't want nothing hitting your windshield that's going to damage it. You don't want anything damaging the wipers, anything damaging even the inside of the engine or whatever, or wherever. All right, so now this is also different for me, so I'm going to try to blow it out. It shouldn't be harmful to it whatsoever. You know, if you know what it is, then you would understand. But if I can't get anything out of here, I will take a very small flathead screwdriver, go right in between all these grooves, and just kind of get out whatever's in there. Obviously be careful to not bend anything. This has like a metal wire around it, so like I said, I already looked for rocks, so I'm gonna give it a quick spray with the air. All right, so that's about a lot of the loose stuff already, you know, gone. And now a lot of like the loose dust that sits on top, that's all gone, so you're not going to absolutely dirty up your microfiber towel. Now I'm looking for my small flathead, because there are some things to get out, and I know that sounds cringe to take a flathead to, here it is, flathead to the anywhere near the car, I should say, but it's really not a big deal. Just, you got to be careful with everything that you do. All right, and I'm going to show you right now that's kind of perfectly fine. So like, for example, right here, it would be kind of like a pain to get out, so I'm just going to use a flathead and you know, do what I can to grab it out. Now you could always use the air again once you kind of get things loose and whatnot. I'm going to take a look around like right here. So like, that's just like dust and stuff. I don't really see nothing that needs to like be taken out like that. So here is a little piece of something right here and here. Just gotta be a little careful. Boom. It already came loose. It's gonna be a little bit of pain to get it out, but yeah, you could open up a little. Just be careful, you know. So like, even like right in here, and I could even open this up, you know what I mean, get all in there. Get in here, right in your wiper arms, kind of get everything out. Like I said, just always be careful. See, so grab that, working on getting all this out. You should never really touch the paint. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but see, I didn't even touch the paint there or anything. That's all stuff that just needs to be wiped down. So yeah, once you kind of do that, and I didn't even do any of that prior, it just kind of happens. Sorry, got a phone call. So right here, you can kind of just get everything out. Some things will fall, like into here, but usually they just wind up making their way to the ground. So I can grab this with my hand. A little something right here. You could obviously use a different tool than a flathead. I just kind of like use what I have. You know, I don't really know what everyone has. I'm sure somebody has a better way of doing this. Just this is like the way to get by, especially if you're trying to get your car clean last minute for something. So, and it looks like everything's pretty much like out, you know. So after that's done, if you followed any of my videos and purchased something that I said to buy, which was like chemical guy stuff, right here, Hyper Coat protective dressing. So you're going to need this, and if you really followed, you are going to need a detail brush. So what I do is I just kind of spray it right on. Now mind you, I know I say I don't spray anything directly in here. This is really like not on the engine, it's kind of like just on the plastic and stuff. So obviously be very generous with your cleaner, and then I kind of like detail brush it in. So you know, get in your crevices and all that. You know, everything's safe, what I'm using. Takes you back to art class, right? It's not the end of the world. And mind you, this is like a somewhat cheap way of, instead of getting like a detail. And don't get me wrong, this does not compensate for the cleaning that you need on that. Trust me, I understand. But sometimes getting an engine detailed is a little expensive. So this is like a way to kind of keep up, you know, wipe down everything and keep it shiny, keep it making look good and all that. And I don't know if you'll see a big change because I'm using a GoPro, which by the way, I wanted to bring up that I bought another battery for the Hero 10 just because Hero 10 is better quality, and I ordered on Amazon a like a foam case that goes around the GoPro. I don't know if I could put a protective case over that. I like to put protective cases when I'm have them mounted on the car, just because driving so fast and things can come up at the camera and it could absolutely ruin it. But we're gonna find out about that. But it should be windproof. All right, I am not taking away the cameras being on the vehicle, trust me. I just wanted to make it windproof so it wasn't so like as I said, aids when you're listening to it. So now you want to take a microfiber. It doesn't have to necessarily be a clean one, relatively clean, but this has some stuff on it, but it's not a big deal. And you really want to wipe down nice. You know, it doesn't have to look dry, it doesn't have to be completely dry, but I would definitely go over it with a wipe. It spreads this chemical guy spray around. It really covers everything. I mean, I know I kind of went over everything, but and voila. Looks basically brand new. You could always do another layer. You don't have to do another layer. This is perfectly fine. So now that I see, so now this is where I want to get into how, be careful with this, because like I said, I don't really know what type of cleaners can go on this, so I'm not really going to mess with it. But this already has some of that residue, that stuff on there, so now you could just kind of go right over and wipe and wipe, and you could spray those. Sorry about the phone calls. It's on my personal phone too, so that's even more annoying. But you could even do just like a tiny bit of spray, just like that, and just kind of work it in. That little spray actually really covered this a lot, so you really don't need a lot. You know what I mean? Just give it a little spray, a little wipe, and it leaves it looking a little wet, depending on how much you put on and how you apply it. That's why I use the brush, the detail brush. So then I kind of could just wipe up here. I usually just wipe this stuff down. I don't ever put anything on, especially because it has to do with the paint, and it is the paint. So it's usually like the black plastic, really anything plastic. So, and here I'm not going to spray just because this is all open and everything. But what I will do is I will take this and I will wipe across, and some of it isn't coming out. So what I'll do is I'll spray a little on here, clamp it together. Probably don't need a lot. Yep, everything's coming off now. So, and by the way, when you wash your car, I always recommend putting a microfiber towel over like this and then closing the hood, just because you really don't want water getting in on this. So now, even like right here, you could do a little spray. Work it in. Doesn't need a lot. Give it a nice wipe down. Now I know this may seem a little ghetto or whatever, but it does the job. All right, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there who are on the grind to try to get these cars, and when you get them, you know, you may spend a lot of money getting it. So if you want to know how to kind of clean cheaply, I mean, in a way it's cheap, but it works. You know, I'm not going to give you something that's not going to work, because I do it myself. So, you know, of course it works. I'm not a professional detailer. I haven't done it, although everyone comes to me to clean their car. So if in person it looks a lot different. If you guys could see this in person, you would see how clean. So now I'm going to spray up here, and then we're going to do detail brush again. I'm sure you guys get the gist of that now, so I'll probably fast forward through me detailing brushing this, but obviously you want to go around everything. Don't miss any spots, because it'll probably stand out. All right, now that that's done, put the brush down right here. Same thing as before. Gonna give it a nice little wipe down. You could even wipe right here, and you could even wipe in here. This is like a plastic covering, so it's not the end of the world. I don't know, just not a fond of throwing any type of spray directly in here. Just something about it just doesn't seem right. Like I said, I'm sure they make stuff, but I don't have it, and I'm not going to be the test dummy for it either. So get on here, and I usually do this first. So if you guys are curious as to like the order when like I do a complete thorough clean of my car, this usually comes first. Gonna get on here. It's simple. Really don't need a lot, and that's what I like. You could even wipe the wiper blades. Get up here. You could even get this on the other side. but it's really not too hard to do it from here, so that's what I usually just do. Then you gotta really reach to get up in the middle, but it's worth it. All right, and then for up here, you could throw this on your paint. It's not gonna really do anything. It's just not really made for it, in a sense that it's not gonna make it look like this and brand new and wet, but you could throw a little on. I'm using a very small amount. It's really not gonna do nothing. It just kind of like moisturizes the microfiber a little. And mind you, we already wiped down everything, so you already have some residue of that cleaner anyway, so keep that in mind. And you're just gonna go all around, you know, don't miss any spots, take your time, do it right. Always clean your air ducts and stuff, make sure everything's out. Brand new car, but it's already kind of dirty, so. So you go a little harder just to get those watermarks out. Right here along the seal, the other seal. Be careful around the seals, please. You could rip them off like a band-aid. And once they start coming off, then you're gonna have to buy a new one, and that's something that you really don't even want to be bothered with, trust me. I haven't had to do it, but I just don't mess with it like that, you know. And I'll show you how I clean that. But go along the side right here. I don't recommend putting this on the actual hood on the top. So what I mean by that is like the other side. When I say top, I mean this side, not underneath. Okay, that cleaner's not made for that. And that is the exterior. It's not like you messed up something underneath the hood where no one's gonna see until you open it. That is on the exterior, my fella. So, and while I finish this up, I do want to thank you guys again for all the support. My monetization is up. I ask that you don't skip the ads, or do skip the ads. I mean, you're gonna do what you want anyway, but I am trying my best to start generating some income from here. I have that stuff on order, so I'm already not even messing around. Like I said, any money that I make goes right back into this channel. I want to give you guys what you want to see. I really want to start making some 1,000 horsepower cars and stuff. Project cars. If you guys want to drop a project car, I'll keep it in mind. I'm not in the market for a car right now, but I do bring it up just in case, you know, so you guys kind of know what I'm aiming for. It's not just all Mopar and Hellcat content, although I know that's what you guys want, and that's what I'm going to give you. But launch control is open too, so I actually did one run on my own just to try it, and honestly, it's all wheel spin and stuff, and I truly think, and it's going to sound ballsy saying this, that maybe a better launch could happen from without using it, but you know, that's just me. There's just a lot of wheel spin, and it cuts a lot of the power, and I know that's what it's made to do. But so really, kind of like to finish this off, and for Scat Pack owners, you're not going to have this unless you have an aftermarket, but you know, I clean up in here with that spray. It's completely safe for this, and voila. I mean, it's pretty clean. And I'll tell you why I do this first is because you're leaning up on the car, your hands could touch this, some spray can get in, and just in case, you always want to wipe down. It's not going to harm the vehicle. I just don't recommend going spray spray spray. There's no reason to. So let me close it and give you guys kind of like what it looks like when you open it, although you just saw it. Very clean, no marks, no nothing. See what I mean? Come on, I know what I'm talking about a little bit. But yeah, all seriousness, thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the comments, the likes, all that, you know. And you could even use that spray right here. So you could even use your brush. And the brush is really nice because it gets in all the crevices that you don't have to worry about getting in with your hand. You could really spread this stuff out. And I also reached out to Chemical Guys for a sponsorship. And whether they give it to me or not, I'm still going to buy their products because it works. I mean that. Like, I can't not. I've already used them. Alright, so my GoPro turned off because it overheated. But like I was saying, the chemical guy stuff works, so I'm not gonna not buy it because it works. That's really all I have to say. So yeah, you could spray that stuff right here and it won't harm it. You can get in all those air vents with the detail brush. You could even get in this little slit right here. So, and it's gonna look great, and you might be able to see some fingerprints and stuff. That's why I say always do this first. So, and I'll even give you guys a view of the engine on the iPhone. And I dropped the microfiber towel, so now that's probably donezo. By the way, Chemical Guys actually makes a cleaner that you could throw in the wash machine with your microfiber towels and keep them clean. So trust me, they know what they're doing. So this is what it looks like on the phone. I don't know if you'll get any bit of a different angle or a different type of look, but I don't know about you guys, but it's clean to me. Besides, you know, over here, all this area, but like I said, I don't really touch that. Leave that to the professionals, you know, and if they break your stuff and it blows up, they're reliable. So don't even mess with it. So, but hey, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to do cleaning videos and try to keep them a little short, but I don't really want to not give you guys the content that you need in order to do these things. So I'm not going to skip out on something, you know. And I did a poll. You guys want longer videos? I'm fine with that. That's no big deal. I have a fan who messaged me on Instagram. He wants to try doing some edits for me. That's fine. I'll send him over some footage. He could edit it. You guys let me know what you think. If he works out and I become big, he'll become full-time and I'll actually pay him. So shout out to him for reaching out. You guys could message me on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram, whatever. I actually did a video chat with one of my subscribers, and he was kind of curious about how to buy a car and all that, and I kind of ran him through some stuff. And on top of it, I gave him a sneak peek of the gift that I got for the dealership, which I also have for myself. So he actually saw both, so he actually got lucky. That does not mean go on Instagram and call me like crazy, but I will give you guys the time of day. So if either of those two guys are watching, the editing and the guy who I called, one was from Texas, I don't know where the other one was from, and a bee landed in my hood. And you can get out of here. Out of here, I said, out of here. This is not for you. I'll start this thing up and cook you. All right, this will get hotter before you even know it. But yeah, if any of those two guys are out there, if you want to confirm that I did that with you, that'd be cool. Leave it in the comments. Obviously, I wouldn't lie to you guys, but I could screenshot the messages and screenshot the message that says the time of the phone call. But yeah, drop a comment what you guys want to see, especially if there's anything to do with cleaning. I'm around. I'm trying to make more content. I have 2 batteries for the Hero 8, so we can film more with that with some better views. And other than that, that's it. Like and subscribe if you want, and share my channel if you want. I'm trying my best to get big with you guys and give back. That's really what it's all about. Thank you.